Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What did I say? I said a lot of things, obviously, but among those fantastic things that I say was this. Poland will become I don't think it could become the strongest military power in Europe because it doesn't have nuclear weapons. So we'll always lack that. Why? Because France or, for instance, Great Britain could them up in no time and they cannot react. Correct, correct. But as a conventional means, yes, Poland aims to reach that goal. And that's, how should I put it, fantastic, especially for the Poles who have balls. But the problem is why? And this is the question, why? It's not Russia. It can't be Russia. Why? Because, as I said many times before, Russia will have no patience in engaging Poland in a conventional war. Will nuke the fuck of them. I guarantee you that. And they know it, and the Russians know it. But the problem is these guys are buying and arming themselves. And here we have this article from the Kiev Independent, and they tell us that Poland will have the strongest army in Europe. But why? What are they getting ready for, my friends? We're going to discuss this a little bit here. Kiev Independent, Stavomir Sierakovsky, the strongest army in Europe? Question mark. There is a growing belief that Poland will soon have Europe's strongest army. Poland's ruling party, Law and Justice, has not missed any opportunity to drum this message home, and one increasingly hears it being echoed abroad too. But is it true? And the next question is why? But they don't touch that up. The claim largely rests on the government's unprecedented arms purchases and plans to expand the army to 300,000 soldiers by 2035. That's a long way. Under the new national defense law, military spending should reach 3% of GDP this year, a full percentage point above what is expected of NATO member generally. And Yaroslav Kaczynski, Poland's de facto leader, I didn't know they have someone else than Duda, who formerly serves as deputy prime minister, has publicly considered a longer-term target of 5% of GDP. So in response to Russia's full scale, of neighbor, again, because of Russia's, Poland is expanding its military, currently comprising 128,000 active personnel and about 36,000 territorial defense troops. My friends, that's not why. That's not why. Come on. Let's see what else they tell us. They tell us what they buy here, how many weapons they had. Poland needs to complete its planned military expansion. Poland needs 1,682 tanks, 3,074 infantry fighting vehicles and armored personnel carriers, and 1,008 exactly artillery systems, not counting mortars, and 648 multi-propelled rocket launchers. It also aims to have 160 combat aircraft in operation, a substantial increase from its recent count of 48 F-16s, about a dozen Soviet MiG-29s, which have been sent to Ukraine, and another dozen Sukhoi 22s, which are becoming less and less serviceable. To the end, it has purchased 32 F-35A multi-role aircraft and 48 F-A-50 light combat training aircraft and ordered 96 AH-64 Apache helicopters and many, many, many. While Poland already has 233 Leopard 2 tanks, more than Germany actually, it has ordered 366 M1 Abrams tanks and 180 K2 tanks, another substantial increase to its current supply of 14 Abrams and 28 K2s. The plan is to order another 820 Korean tanks, bringing the armored division to 1,599 units, and this will be accompanied by 212 additional K9A1 howitzers and 460 more K9A1/K9PLS. Poland's procurement pipeline also includes contracts for 20 US, that's 500, get it right, baby doll, 20 HIMARS, 7 of which are already in the country, and 218 cage Shunmu launchers. No, they're going to be 300. So they ordered 300 and 500. I know that as a fact. So yeah, get your numbers right. In addition to recent announced purchases of 70 additional K339 launchers and, thank you very much, 486 additional HIMARS, more than the US has ever produced. Who are they going to fight? US? All told, this would bring Poland's arsenal of rocket launcher up to 800, rounded up, launchers. I made this case for many of my videos saying, what the hell these guys need this for? If 20 HIMARS launchers would, did it for Ukraine. So let's see, what is the thing here? I don't find any who's this intended to? Polish and what the current spending binge was not preceded by all defense strategy. All right, what is it? Poland is a different situation than Ukraine and thus prepare itself differently. For what? For Russia? Russia will nuke you, my friends. That's what and they know it. I don't have to. Let's see what's going on here. While Poland has embarked on an impressively ambitious plan to expand and mobilize its military, it remains completely unprepared to use it. Indeed, it is not even clear how the government will finance these initial purchases or the enlistment of training of 150,000 more soldiers. If this guy and his fellow anti-German, anti-Western populists were serious about Poland's defense, they would focus less on showing procurement and more on repairing the strategic alliance that they undermined. Did you see it? So I think they gave us partly the answer. So this article says that Kraszczyzny, this is the guy probably in charge of everything, according to these guys, if I remember. There's a guy, where is the Kraszczyzny? Whatever Kraszczyzny is. I lost him somewhere here. But nevertheless, Kraszczyzny, who are you? Let me find Kramczyński. Yeah, I was right. He's the Yaroslav Kraszczyzny Katnicki, Poland's de facto leader. So he's not liked by the Kiev Independent, obviously. So this guy supposedly says right here, this is, what? Who are you? Don't tell me. Who are you? My beautiful Polish guy. Yeah, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, so it says here that if Kraszczyzny is and his fellow anti-German, anti-Western populists, so they're arming against Germany and the West, were serious about Poland's defense, they would focus less on showy procurement. Well, someone is upset, and it sounds like that guy who wrote the article is upset. Why? Because, my friends, Poland arms not for Russia. Not for Russia. Poland, I think, I know I'm going to go in crazy a little bit, but bear with me. Poland has some territorial demands from Ukraine. And when the Russians, if the Russians, and I think the Poles are hoping for that, this is just a scenario, okay? As idiotic as it might sound. Take it as idiotic now. And not if, the Russians break the front and they start advancing towards Kiev, I guarantee you, in this idiotic scenario that I create here, will cross the border into Ukraine, these guys, and will stop, I don't know exactly where, get Lviv and the western part of Ukraine that they claim is theirs. So they liberate it to protect their population, like the Russians said they would protect their population from the Ukrainians. You'll see, they will use this justification. We enter so we can protect our people living in Lviv and the western Ukraine. But the Russians could not intervene in Ukraine to protect their people from Kiev's attacks. You can't make shit up. Anyway, so they will go here. Now, I don't think that Poland will care if that's allowed by the European Union or by NATO. They will do it. Probably they will do it with United States' acceptance. Yeah, you're doing a good thing, actually. You're protecting lives, you're saving lives. And the Poles will do it. And in case any weasel country from Europe will dare to say anything to Poland, the Poland will show them the middle finger, okay? That's what they're gonna do. And the question will be, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's exactly what they're gonna say. Are you gonna intervene somehow? Who is going to intervene? Germany is under US occupation, and Poland will do that with US's approval. France is talk and no action, as former President Trump used to say about politicians. And what, France is going to cross over Germany and go to Poland or something? Psst. Who else is there? Great Britain will not do anything. I mean, they don't have the power. And the United States is going to say, sit. And Great Britain is going to be, sit. And that would be it. The Russians will be okay with that. Why? We're going to say, okay, that's a buffer zone right here. You got that territory. We'll make sure. We meet in the middle, like the Nazis met the Soviets, and that would be it. On Vistula, wasn't it on Vistula? So that's my crazy prediction. See you when the Russians are advancing westward. Okay? I don't want that. I want the war to end right now, and these guys find agreements and be peace on earth and live as in love and happiness forever. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.